Hello, everyone. It's me here, and today we're gonna do a little Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. This is me just plotting out the season 4 plot of just the framework and LMDs, just that, because I just watched over that and I was like, oh, I'll do a little fun chart thing. I tried my best. I did this all from memory, so my apologies if not everything is in there, but I tried. Anyways, this is not scripted. I'm just sort of winging it and hoping for the best. So, yeah. Alright, right now I'm just writing down the characters just so I have a starting point. This is I sort of copied this one guy. I'll see if I can I'll probably be able to find his video and I'll link it in the description. He did a Riverdale plot map of season 3 of Riverdale. Anyways, let's get on to it. So, as you can see, this is season 4-ish, because the plot of LMDs starts at the end of season 3 if I remember correctly. So that's why I put season 4-ish, because it's also not all of season 4, because there are other plots in season 4. But anyways, on to my favorite characters, Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons. I didn't put Fitz's full name. I only put Leo because Leopold is gonna, if you know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4 in the framework, then you know that Leopold is something different. So I was like, I don't want to get too confused because I feel like I would confuse myself with that. And I also only put Mac's last name because I did not know for sure his first name and didn't feel like looking it up. I'm pretty sure it's Alfonso, but I feel like Mac would be better because Alfonso makes me want to laugh at him. But I'm sorry, Mac. I love him, but my guy. Yeah. Alfonso. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where I started because I don't know where I started. The framework, I'm assuming I'm writing. So the framework, if you don't know, is like a virtual world. They had something like this in the 100, which was called the City of Light. I always compare this to the City of Light because it's kind of similar. You know, a virtual world created and promoted by a robot. Um, their motives are different, though, I think. I think Allie, which is the hundreds version of Ada, which you'll see, is a little bit more violent in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't watched the 100 in a while, so don't blame me if that's not accurate. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do here is, so the red/pink, it says red on the website, but it looks more pink to me. The pink is going to be the framework, so lines with that represent stuff that happens in the framework, and purple, as you can see here, is going to be anything to do with LMDs. And yeah, I put Ada in there too just because they're sort of in the same section, and I was like, okay, it's not worth putting them in two different bubbles and making this a mess. So yes, so Ada stands for artificially intelligent, I forget I forget what the rest of it means, but LMD stands for life model decoys, and those will come more important. And let me just explain Daniel Radcliffe. The guy's name is Dr. Radcliffe. I forget his first name, so I just keep putting Daniel Radcliffe just as, I don't know, I guess muscle memory or something. And I put Inhumans there too, just because they're sort of just there. They're not really too important, I'm gonna be honest. Of course, a line between Daisy Johnson and Inhumans, because Daisy Johnson is an Inhuman. But now let's get started. So, Daniel Radcliffe made, I'm gonna keep calling him Daniel Radcliffe, it's not even on purpose, he made the LMDs. And the circles that I'm putting on the characters right now, they're characters that become LMDs at some point. I know that Gemma is an LMD at some point, but I was hesitant to put that because she's LMD. Gemma is on screen for 2 seconds, and I don't know, it doesn't really count in my opinion. I was like, let's not count it. Let's not make it more complicated. So Just this is just people who are omnies in season 4, episode 15, self-control. Trip, God, poor Trip. So Trip is a dead character that is only in the framework. He's brought back in the framework or something. Oh, and I forgot about Mace too. Mace is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. at this time, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, no one likes him. I don't like him. He's just sort of there. And we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, no. I was like, we'll see what happens to him later. No, he's already dead. So he dies in the framework, meaning he dies in real life. Anyways, there's Hope. Her name's in pink because she's only alive in the framework. She died in the real world, which you'll see. I think I'm about to put an X over her name. Me indecisive about what to put for dad. I was like, father or dad? And I was like, nah, I'll put dad. And there goes Hope. By the end of this, I was surprised how many X's were over all of these names. Some of them are like a little questionable. Okay, here. This is one of the questionable ones. Okay, so Gemma is dead in the framework. Meaning here's the question mark. There's the question mark. I put a question mark next to it because she dies, but not really. Because she's already dead when she goes into the framework. But I guess her going into the framework brought her back to life. So, like, when she goes into the framework, you can literally see her climbing out of her grave. Right now I'm drawing in all the ships. That's pretty self-explanatory, I feel like. Oh, there's Yo-Yo, another character I forgot about. Yeah. I was like, characters, I was like, okay, main characters, season 1, go for it. But anyways, I need to change Trip's name. Whatever. I think I do eventually, whatever. I don't know why I put Link in there, because I think he dies before season 4 ends. Sorry for the spoilers. Before season 3 ends, I mean. So he's sort of just there. I just sort of put him there, just for funsies, for shits and giggles, you know. What's my next move? Come on. Oh, Ophelia's an interesting one, because, like, I literally forget about her, like, 90% of the time, and so why there's the arrow's only going in one direction for this one is because Daniel Radcliffe loves Ophelia, but she doesn't love him back, because he's kind of an asshole. And he modeled Ada after Ophelia, Mr. Daniel Radcliffe. I'm gonna keep calling him Daniel Radcliffe. I'm never gonna get over that. Me adding arrows so I could be like, oh, maybe I should do that for all of them. But yeah, I need to add in Ward here, because Ward actually does play part. I do eventually. Yep, add in those arrows, girly. God, this is gonna be so awkward. I'm sorry for any of people watching this. This is like 20 minutes too. Oh god, I'm gonna need to fill up 20 minutes with talking. There's Piper. I love her. She doesn't do anything, but she's sort of just there the whole time, and it's great. Yeah, here's me changing Trip's name to Red, because he died in the real world. He was one of our characters. He died season 2, I believe. And that was sucked because I really liked him. He had a nice relationship with Gemma, you know, but he was there. He was introduced in season 1. So he was one of the few characters that we did know at that point, because he was like new, but he wasn't as new as the other ones, but they still killed him. Dude, there's one girl that they killed off, like, in the first episode she was introduced, and I was like, lol. Anyways, so in the framework, Fitz is Leopold, hence the name, or he's also called the Doctor, which is like some Hydra guy. And in the framework, Coulson is a teacher. So that's cool. Fun and fresh. Yeah. Here we go, I'm putting Hydra. So in the framework, everyone pretty much worships Hydra. Hydra's like tyrannical government or something like that. I don't really know the specific terms, but you know, it's something along those lines. Damn. I'm like trying to make sure this is recording. But yeah, so it's about to be a mess here because I'm drawing lines that are pretty much unnecessary, but anyways. So in the framework, May just works for Hydra. She's a Hydra agent or employee, as I put here. She's like pretty high ranking from what we understand. So is Daisy, but Daisy's one of the two people. Her and Gemma are both conscious in the framework, so they know what's going on, but everyone else is not aware that they're in the framework, and they're not aware that this world is fake. And so Daisy and Gemma are both in the framework voluntarily, which is why I put voluntarily enters, because they both went in there to save everyone else. So it's not really voluntarily, but it sort of is. There's Ward. Ward is dead in the real world. He's evil. He's very evil. He's one of the evilest villains ever, which I guess is the point. I don't like him, which I guess is the point. So I guess he's a good villain. Even though he's absolutely diabolical. And I like messed up the arrow here. Watch me realize and zoom back in. Yeah, so Ward loves Daisy in the framework, but Daisy doesn't love him back. Even though in the real world, when he was still alive and we didn't know he was evil yet, they did both love each other mutually. But then it was revealed he was evil. And Hydra hates Inhumans in the framework. I'm sure they would in the real world if they were still around, but in the framework, there was no evidence of that happening in the real world. So, yeah, they hate Inhumans in the framework. And Piper's still just there. Stan. Yeah. Yo-Yo's an Inhuman. She has super speed. Daisy has earthquake powers. I didn't say that before. Her nickname is Quake. Here's a little rundown of the chart so far. It's not too messy, gotta say. It's in a neat little box aside from Trip and Piper, which I guess makes sense. I think I looked at my sketchbook because I did one of these in my sketchbook. Then I was like, oh, I'll make a video on it. May was the first LMD to be an LMD, and she was also one for the longest, and she was also the only LMD to not be aware that she was an LMD. Which was interesting, because it was interesting to see, damn, my whole life is a lie. I don't know Fitz's dad's name, so I just put Dad, and if it wasn't clear, I put Dad on the line between them to, make it clear that he's the dad. Fitz's dad is dead in real life. He's not dead in the framework. Wait, is he dead? I don't know if he's dead in real life, but he's just out of the picture in real life. So his dad is in the framework alive, and that's what makes Fitz evil. At least that's how it's portrayed, in my opinion. Ophelia's dead in real life, or in the framework. No, Ophelia is killed in the framework. Wait. I'm trying to figure this out, because does she die in real life first? Or does she die in the framework? Or was she really ever in the framework? I don't know. I don't remember that part well enough. But anyways, in the framework, Ada is Madame Hydra, the leader of Hydra, and looks exactly like Ophelia, because, she's modeled out after Ophelia. Dude, Radcliffe is such an asshole. I don't think you understand. He's not a good person. But I gotta say, his actor is very good. I put Bahrain there. I think that's what happened where it happened. So that's why I put a question mark next to it, because I didn't know if it was Bahrain or another place. So I was like, you know what? It's Bahrain. So basically, let me give you a rundown. Melinda May, in the real world, sent on a mission to Bahrain to get rid of an inhuman child who was to get rid of, I think it was the mom who was deadly, but turns out the kid had inhuman powers too, so they got rid of the mom, but then the kid had inhuman powers too, so she had to get rid of the kid too, and in the real world she did, but in the framework she didn't, because that was her biggest regret, and that's what the framework did. It fixed people's biggest regrets. So she ended up not killing the kid in the framework, and that caused the kid to become super deadly and super dangerous, and that's what caused everyone to hate and fear Inhumans. So I'm glad that they took the time to character development that. This guy's name is not Ronan, by the way. He just plays Ronan in the 100, and I don't know his name in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so we're just calling him Ronan, but he's dead and is an LMD. For Piper, I put, this is a little bit delayed, but I put sort of just there, because she is sort of just there. But, am I gonna, okay. I was like, am I gonna put what I thought I was gonna put? Nope. I did not put what I thought I was gonna put. But, okay. Daisy and Gemma are besties, man. I was contemplating just putting a heart there, just because, why not? But I'd put besties there to clarify that they're besties, even though I know some people ship them. One of those people being, I would say me, but I'm gonna put, say, 12-year-old me, just because right now where I'm at in the show, which is end of season 4, I don't really see it, but I know that in season 6 there's some really good moments between them. Either season 6 or 7. That made me be like, okay, maybe. So that's why I'm gonna say both. But anyways. Oh, here's a thing that I guess I didn't see before. Yeah, Fitz's LMD stabs Gemma, and that was a really important moment. Not really, but it was just like really, it's really a very noticeable moment, if you know what I mean. Like, it's important. Not really. I don't know. I just thought it was important just because their relationship is so like sweet, and Fitz is like, oh my god, I would never hurt you, girly. And then it was so surprising to see him hurt her, and it was just like, damn, this is some deep shit we're in. I don't know what I just put for Ronan. Oh, yeah, Ada kills Ronan. She kills everyone. She kills a lot of people. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, the doctor works for Hydra. Already covered that. No. Oh, what? What am I doing? Oh, yeah, the dad is also in Hydra. This is where it starts to get messy, because I was just, like, putting lines everywhere, and I was just like, this is fine. What line did I just draw? Oh, yeah, May works for Hydra. I feel like that was so unnecessary, because I literally put Hydra employee. What are we putting now? Ooh. The Resistance. Yes, the Resistance is a resistance group to Hydra, if that wasn't obvious. Yeah, but Mace, as you'll see in a second here, Mace is the director of the Resistance, nicknamed the Patriot, which is a terrible name. But yes, he's the Patriot, and which is ironic because in the real world, he is the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., but not a very good one. Well, I think at this point he was like the social director, like he did the political stuff, but he was notorious for not being a good director when it came to like actual missions. So it's ironic because in the framework, he's like a good director, or at least a respected one that makes calls for the resistance and good ones too. While in the real world, it was like, oh my god, my man, every decision you make is terrible. But Mac also eventually aligns with the resistance, even though at first he's not very aligned with the resistance. But Hope, I'm drawing a line between Hope and Hydra because Hope steals one of the Hydra's like drone things and like fixes it into like something cool. That one kid. Yeah, there's this one kid in, quickly before I finish Hope's story. There's this one kid in Coulson's class that hates Hydra. But anyways, back to Hope. Hope fixes one of the drones, and you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to mess with Hydra stuff. So Mac is like, oh my god. And so they're like, they find it out. I forget how. There's like a checkpoint, a Hydra checkpoint or whatever, and they figure it out, and they're like, they say they're to Mac. They're like, okay, we don't care, but just tell this Sky Girl, just manipulate her a little bit. So that's how they catch Sky being aligned with S.H.I.E.L.D. But then Mac is like, oh shit, I regret that, and that's how he aligns with the Resistance. Okay. I'm putting the line between Phil and Gemma because of this iconic scene where she's like, I'm not giving up on you, sir. And I can repeat every single line in that scene. I love that scene so much. I think it's so iconic. So I was like, yeah, I'm putting a line for that. But I'm not giving up on you, so. Anyways. What quote is this? Oh, yeah. Mac didn't want to leave the framework because of Hope. He was like, I don't want to leave Hope on. I don't want to leave. That's not an actual quote he said. But I just put that because I hated him. I remember watching that. I was like, dude, just leave, okay? It's like you could literally see the framework crumbling around you. Please just leave, my man. Like, Hope's gonna die either way. You don't have to die with her. But he does eventually leave, thank God. But after Hope dies, which is worse. Ooh, Piper gets a line. Oh, because she helps Daisy and Gemma get into the framework, and so does Yo-Yo. Yeah, Piper helps them. I was like, Piper deserves a line, so I'm gonna give her a line. I love Piper. She's sort of there from seasons 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, there's not an 8th season. 4, 5, 6, 7. She's there for 4 seasons, sort of just there. Her best friend dies at one point, which I'm glad that they gave her an actual, like, grieving process in that. She doesn't get any of her own scenes, but, like, we do see that she's sad about it, which I appreciate. I appreciate the 3D-ness of the background characters. And Yo-Yo is sad about Mac not leaving. Yo-Yo is literally me during that. He's like, Mac, she's like, Mac, you gotta fucking leave, dude. You gotta leave. Like, I feel so bad for her in that scene, because, like, Mac doesn't know who Yo-Yo is in the framework, so, and, you know, Yo-Yo loves him, so it's like, oh my god, dude, it's so frustrating to watch. But I do think it is a good scene. That whole storyline's pretty good. A little out there, but it's good. Yeah, Ada is in love with Fitz and is jealous, and therefore is jealous of Simmons, which, as you can imagine, causes some problems because Ada is a literal psychopath. She's a robot, but she gains feelings from the Darkhold, and that messes everything up because, as they explain it, Ada gets about 2 days to process all of the emotions that she's ever felt, while normal people get their whole lives to process those emotions. So she was kind of driven nuts. But also an iconic line from Gemma when Fitz kills Ophelia, the doctor kills Ophelia, Gemma's like, no! And I just thought that was iconic. That scene's iconic to me, because I saw it in an edit, and it's the edit that got me into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but we don't talk about that. I used to watch edits passionately, but I loved edits. I was like, damn, these things are the best things in the world. I appreciate them because they got me into a lot of TV shows, but, like, some of them I went back and rewatched, and I was like, damn, this is shit. I really thought this was top tier entertainment, but it's really not. But anyways, a little rundown of what our little list looks like. We still got 30 seconds left. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, this is the list. It's a little messy, you know, but we appreciate it. It's a good list. It's probably not complete, but yeah, I'm done. I'm done now. There's probably more I could add, but I was like, nah, we're good. But anyways, bye. Thanks for watching. Oh, I'm echoing. That's cool. Anyways, thanks for watching. This video made me realize how hard it is to edit videos. This has taken me, I think, 4 hours. A long time. Thank you for making it this far if you have, but oh my god, my back hurts. But I also need to make more character stills. This video made me realize. So, yeah. Good first video, I think. Anyways, have a good day. Drink some water. Goodbye.